Hello everybody. Now in this lecture, we are going to focus for the DTA analysis, that is differential thermal analysis. So basic principle of DTA is, the difference in the temperature between the sample and the suitable reference material is recorded as a function of a temperature when both are subjected to the identical temperature changes. Okay, and whatever reference material we are using here, that should be the inert. Okay, that should be the inert. It should not go any chemical. It should not show any physical or chemical change with the change in temperature. This is what the condition for the reference material. DTA curve is obtained when temperature difference, that is delta T, is equal to Ts minus Tr, is plotted against the temperature. Okay, this is what the DTA curve in front of you. So sharp endothermic peak. This is what the endothermic peak. Okay, sharp endothermic peak indicates the physical changes like fusion and the changes in the crystalline nature. What this endothermic peak indicates, there is a fusion or changes in the crystalline nature. And the sharp exothermic, this should be the exothermic. Okay, exothermic peak indicates the occurrence of the chemical reaction like a decomposition or dehydration. So what it indicates, there is a decomposition or dehydration. ओके, तो एक तर डिकम्पोज होते किंवा त्यातून पाणी बाहेर पडतंय. ओके, ह्या दोन गोष्टी आम्हाला इथे कळतायत. एक तर एंडोथर्मिक पीक मध्ये फ्युजन आणि क्रिस्टलाइन चेंज इन क्रिस्टलाइन नेचर, आणि एक्झोथर्मिक पीक मध्ये काय दिसतंय, डिकम्पोजिशन किंवा डिहायड्रेशन त्या ठिकाणी आम्हाला दिसतंय. ओके, and we are measuring the temperature difference between the sample and the reference material. Okay, so this to this side there is a positive peak is observed, and this side negative peak is observed. Negative peak indicates the endothermic reaction, positive peak indicates the exothermic reaction. So the temperature difference is due to the energy difference between the two phases of the sample under the study. Okay, or between the reactant and the product in case of a chemical reaction. The temperature difference is due to the energy difference between the two phases of the sample under the study. Two phases of the sample under the study. Okay, त्याचा एनर्जी डिफरन्स, टेम्परेचर डिफरन्स जो आहे, जो आहे कशामुळे येतो, द एनर्जी डिफरन्स बिटवीन द टू फेजेस ऑफ द sample which we are studying. Okay, and or between the reactant and the product in case of if there is a chemical reaction. The energy difference is shown in the enthalpy, that is either endothermic or the exothermic reaction. So DTA curve is initially parallel to the temperature axis till the time the sample undergoes a physical change or the chemical change. As soon as sample attains the temperature at which some changes are occurs, the additional heat reaching the sample will not show the increase in the temperature, but that temperature is utilized for the physical or chemical changes. Okay, so even though you are providing heat with the same rate, okay, but the changes are happening over there, hence there is no rise in the temperature. The temperature difference acts as a differential signal as it's shown in the peak. Okay, the DTA curve returns to the normal or the baseline. ओके, तुम्ही बघितलं तो पहिला खाली गेला आणि पुन्हा नॉर्मल आलेला आहे. ओके, दिस इज व्हॉट द it goes down and comes back to the original, then again goes up and comes back to the normal state. This is how it is observed. The comes back to the original baseline after the completion of the changes of physical state of the sample. When its a temperature become equal to that of the reference material, that is Ts is equal to Tr. Okay, जे की normal stage ला असतं. The difference, okay, baseline ला आल्यानंतर Ts is equal to Tr. So the delta Ts, if you can see here, yeah, see here, delta Ts is equal to Ts minus Tr is a 0 to this is a baseline. Okay, so this is what the baseline over here. Okay, this difference remains 0, but as it goes away from here to the upward direction or to the downward direction, okay, so it will not remain as a 0, it will become positive or it will become a negative. So this is the delta T is equal to Ts minus Tr is a 0 for the baseline. So change in weight of the sample is not a requirement for the detection of physical or chemical changes using a DTA. Okay, so changes in the weight of a sample is not required. That is not the requirement. की याचं वजन किती कमी झालं किती वाढलं, that's not the requirement for this technique to do the analysis. Okay, so instrumentation for this is definitely sample holder असणार आहे, थर्मोकपल असणार आहे, हिटिंग साठी त्या ठिकाणी फर्नास असणार आहे. Then differential temperature detector should be there. A recorder is required, then atmosphere and the coolant are required. Okay, so first is a sample holder that may be made up of nickel, stainless steel, platinum alloy. Okay, a glass quartz or a vitreous silica and sintered alumina are also used for preparing the non-metallic sample holders. Okay, non-metallic sample holders. So this is what the diagram, if you see on your screen. So this is atmosphere control, then cooling control is also there, that is required. This is a sample, this is a reference material. They both are connected to the thermocouples. They are both are connected to the thermocouple. Okay, with the help of which we are going to do the analysis. Okay, now that is connected to the DC amplifier, because we need to amplify the signal, and a recorder is there. Okay, that is also attached to the recorder. See, this is what thermocouples are also attached over here to the recorder. And this is a temperature programmer by which we are going to control the temperature. And this is what the furnace in which sample and reference we are going to keep for the heating purpose. Okay, so what is a thermocouple? If you see thermocouple, the sample and reference are connected to the they are in the contact with the thermocouple. Okay, from the upper side, the thermocouple may be connected to the sample and reference from the below side. Okay, if you see on the screen, okay, that is there. Either this arrangement or this arrangement is provided. This is what our furnace, and these are what the sample holders. Okay, ज्याच्यामध्ये आपण sample आणि reference वगैरे ठेवणार आहे. These are what the sample holder and reference holder. No problem. And this is a furnace. Okay, for the heating purpose. So choice of good thermocouple depends on what? The capacity to produce the sufficiently good temperature difference. It should produce good temperature difference between the sample and the reference. Chemical compatibility with the sample material. Okay, त्याच्याबरोबर रिएक्शन व्हायला नको आणि जे चेंजेस होत आहेत ते टेम्परेचर चेंजेस व्यवस्थित दाखवायला पाहिजे थर्मोकपलने. देन कॅपॅबिलिटी टू गिव्ह रिप्रोड्युसिबल रिझल्ट. पुन्हा पुन्हा जरी सॅम्पल आपण स्टडी केला, तो सॅम्पल वारंवार, तर जो सुरुवातीला जो रिझल्ट आला तोच वारंवार यायला पाहिजे. नाही तर काय होतं, एक वेळेस वेगळा रिझल्ट, दुसऱ्या वेळेस वेगळा रिझल्ट, then reproducibility suffers over there. It should not happen in this case. Okay, this is what the one more condition. So thermocouple of nickel chromium alloy or comel then are used up to कितीपर्यंत आपण तो त्या ठिकाणी निकेल क्रोमियम alloy वापरू शकतो, up to 1100 degrees Celsius. And above 1100 degrees Celsius we are using pure platinum and platinum rhodium wires are used. Okay, the thermocouple wires are brought in contact with the sample and the reference from the top side. Okay, with the protective metal layer on it to prevent any chemical reaction with the sample or the reference material. Alternatively, identical cup for the sample and the reference may be be supported on the platform to which the thermocouples are fitted. हा प्लॅटफॉर्म जो आहे इथे थर्मोकपल फिट केलेले आहेत. एक तर ही अरेंजमेंट आपण वापरू शकतो किंवा ही अरेंजमेंट वापरू शकतो. बोथ आर हॅव्हिंग सेम काइंड ऑफ फंक्शन. ओके, सो furnace with the temperature program. A tubular furnace is usually used in the DTA technique. Okay, so the furnace is prepared by winding the nichrome wire on the porcelain support and can be used up to 1200 degrees Celsius. In the temperature range of 1200 to 1400 degrees Celsius, the Camthel wire is wound or त्याच्यावरती wrap केलेली असते on aluminum silicate support. Okay, and rhodium or the platinum alloy wires are wound on the alumina support for the temperature up to 1600 to 1800 degrees Celsius. है ना, 1400 डिग्री पर्यंत आपण या ठिकाणी कांथर वायर ज्या आहेत त्या अल्युमिनियम सिलिकेट सपोर्ट वरती आपण त्या ठिकाणी वापरू शकतो. But the temperature more than that we need to use the platinum or rhodium wire. त्या अल्युमिना वरती त्या ठिकाणी आपण काय करायचं आहे, गुंडाळायचा आहे ना, जसा धागा त्या ठिकाणी हे दोरा जो हे केलेला असतो ना, रॅप केलेला असतो ना, है ना, मशीनला वगैरे दोरा लावतात बघा, त्या पद्धतीने ते रॅप करायचं आहे. किंवा मांजा ज्या पद्धतीने आपण रॅप करतो याला आपल्या नाही पतंग उडवताना, त्या पद्धतीने ते रॅप केलेल्या असतात वायर्स. A heating rate about 10 to 20 degree Celsius per minute is maintained, then the rate is greatly influences the DTA curve. Okay, as higher the heating rate, sharper are the peak. The furnace is provided with the temperature programmer to maintain a linear temperature rise. The temperature programmer should be capable of doing wide range of heating rates, like 1 degree Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius per minute. Okay, this is what the requirement over there. Then the differential temperature detector is there. The thermocouple serves as a temperature sensor. Thermocouple serves as a temperature sensor. Remember, thermocouple serves as a temperature sensor. The voltage signal produced depends upon the temperature difference. Whatever signal is produced, that is depends upon the temperature difference delta T. That is the Ts minus Tr between the the two junctions of the thermocouple. The recorder it incorporates an amplifier to magnify the signal coming from the temperature sensor and then the differential temperature sensor, okay, of the thermocouple. So जो रेकॉर्डर आहे आपण इथे बघितला तो कशा पद्धतीने कनेक्ट केलेला आहे एम्प्लिफायरला आणि या ठिकाणी थर्मोकपलला त्या ठिकाणी तो कनेक्ट केलेला आहे. ओके, we are getting the information from the diagram itself. Okay, and remember, while going through the matter which is given in the book, always focus on the diagram. And as I told you that before proceeding to reading any material, if there is a diagram beside that material, first try to get command on the diagram and then to go through the matter which is written over there. Okay, that will be a more easier way to understand the matter presented over there. So as we know that the recorder incorporates an amplifier to magnify the signal coming from the temperature sensor and the differential temperature sensor of the thermocouple. Okay, so the signal coming from the temperature sensor and differential temperature sensor of the thermocouple. The electric signals are then recorded on the FinPen recorder. The atmosphere and the cooling control is there. So a facility for flushing the sample and the reference assembly with a selected gas is provided. There is also a cooling facility to cool the assembly to ambient temperature. Liquid nitrogen is used in the special low temperature assembly for low temperature DTA work. Any gas sent to such a low temperature assembly must be completely dried before use to prevent the gas condensation problem. Okay, so for this sake, the nitrogen gas is also liquid nitrogen is also provided over there, because as any scientist expect to carry out the experiment at a very low temperature, the only way to maintain the low temperature is the use of nitrogen over there, liquid nitrogen over there. Okay, so it is not necessary every time that we are going to study the sample with the heating only. Okay, so sometimes there is a need to decrease the temperature for the study of sample. In that case, the things changes. Okay, so reference material, what are the required characteristics for the reference material used in the DTA? Okay, so what properties are required? It should not undergo any chemical change like decomposition or dehydration. म्हणून मी तुम्हाला सुरुवातीला बोललो होतं की that should be the inert. है ना, जे सुरुवातीला पहिल्याच लेक्चरला या टेक्निकच्या तुम्हाला सांगितलं होतं, आपलं पहिल्याच स्लाइडला सांगितलं होतं, it should be inert. Okay, means it should not go any decomposition. It should not undergo any dehydration. Okay, at the operating temperature, it should not react with the sample holder and the thermocouple. Then its thermal conductivity and heat capacity should be similar to that of the sample. This is what the very basic requirement we can say. Whatever properties are the changes, the thermal conductivity, the heat capacity of reference is there, that should be like a sample. So कुठले वापरतात तिथे alumina is there, then carborundum is there, that is silica carbides of the silica, then magnesium oxides are there. Okay, so they are used as a reference material. These are the inorganic material. So octyl phthalate is also used, then silicon oil is also used as a reference material for the organic sample study. The reference material as well as the sample material are used in the powder form. The particle size and packing condition of both sample and the reference material should be maintained in a proper way. similar to get a precise result. Okay, so means to get the precise result, this condition, the sample and reference material that should be maintained, or that should be under same condition. And a particle size असेल, त्याचा आणि की किपिंग म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये ठेवण्याची जी काही हे आहे, फर्नस मध्ये ठेवण्याची पद्धत, किंवा जो तुम्ही काही हे वापरणार आहात, सॅम्पल होल्डर वापरणार आहात, that should be the same. It's all conditions under which we are studying the sample should be maintained for the reference material. Remember this thing. In certain cases, to match the thermal properties of the reference material and the sample, the reference material is used as a diluent in the sample, provided there is no reaction between the reference material and the sample. काही केसमध्ये तो आपल्याला रेफरन्स मटेरियल आपण सॅम्पल मध्ये पण टाकतो, बट काय होतं की त्या दोघांची रिएक्शन व्हायला नको, ही त्या ठिकाणी एक बेसिक कंडिशन आहे. अदरवाइज वी कॅन डू सो. Okay, so from in the next lecture I will continue with the applications of DTA technique. Okay, thank you.